The stellar cartography vessel Magellan drifted silently through the Carina Nebula's outer reaches, its advanced sensors probing the cosmic depths. Captain Sarah Chen stood at the bridge's observation window, her dark eyes reflecting the distant stars. The ship's mission was simple: map unexplored regions of space. But after 6 months of routine surveys, everything was about to change. "Captain, we're picking up artificial signals," Lieutenant Rodriguez announced, his fingers dancing across the holographic interface. "They're unlike anything in our database." Chen straightened, her heart racing. After centuries of space exploration, humanity had finally found signs of advanced alien life. Analysis. The signals appear to be standard communication protocols, but they're operating on quantum frequencies we've never seen before, Rodriguez replied. "They're coming from everywhere." The Magellan's AI, Diana, materialized as a translucent blue hologram. "Captain, I've detected multiple vessels entering our sensor range. Their technology signatures suggest extremely advanced capabilities." Before Chen could respond, space itself seemed to ripple. Massive ships emerged from what appeared to be tiers in reality, sleek, crystalline vessels that dwarfed the Magellan. Their hulls shimmered with patterns of light that defied human understanding. "Open channels," Chen ordered, maintaining her composure despite the gravity of the situation. Standard first contact protocols. The alien response was immediate and unexpected. Their message arrived not through conventional communications, but directly in the minds of every crew member. "Primitive species detected." Assessment begins. Chen felt a chill run down her spine. The tone wasn't hostile, but there was something worse in it: dismissal. To these beings, humans were simply another primitive race to be studied and catalogued. "Diana, initiate Protocol Omega," Chen commanded quietly. The AI's avatar flickered with acknowledgement as she began transmitting a heavily encrypted burst transmission to Earth. The aliens wouldn't know it, but they had just triggered humanity's most closely guarded contingency plan. The crystalline ships encircled the Magellan, their energy readings suggesting scanning activities. "Your vessel will be examined," the alien presence stated in their minds. "Resistance is unnecessary. Your technological level indicates no capability for meaningful opposition." Chen allowed herself a small smile. "This is Captain Sarah Chen of the Earth vessel Magellan. We acknowledge your presence and request peaceful dialogue between equals." The mental response carried traces of what could only be described as amusement. "Equals. Your species still relies on primitive fusion drives and quantum computing. You have yet to achieve even basic consciousness transfer or dimensional manipulation. You will be categorized and processed according to standard protocols." The aliens' arrogance was exactly what Earth's defense strategists had predicted. For centuries, humanity had deliberately maintained a facade of technological mediocrity in space. Every visible human ship, including the Magellan, was designed to appear less advanced than it actually was. "Diana," Chen whispered, "begin Phase 2. The Magellan's outer hull, which had appeared to be standard titanium alloy, began to shift. Microscopic machines that had lain dormant in the metal activated, transforming the ship's entire structure at the molecular level. The alien scans, which had been penetrating the vessel with ease, suddenly encountered something they couldn't comprehend. "Anomaly detected," the alien presence announced, their mental voice showing the first signs of uncertainty. "Your vessel is changing." "You made an assumption common to many advanced civilizations," Chen replied calmly. "You believe that technological progress follows a predictable path, that any species you encounter must be less advanced than you in every way. Humanity learned long ago that the best defense is to be underestimated." The Magellan's transformation continued. What had appeared to be a simple exploratory vessel now revealed its true nature. Quantum shielding far beyond what the aliens had detected sprang to life. Weapon systems that had been disguised as routine scientific equipment emerged from their hiding places. "Your scans are now showing you our true capabilities," Chen continued. "But this isn't a demonstration of force. It's an invitation to reassess your assumptions. Earth would prefer peaceful contact between equals, but we are prepared for any alternative. The alien ship's energy signatures fluctuated, suggesting rapid communications between their vessels. The mental presence, when it returned, carried a distinctly different tone. Your deception is unprecedented. No species has ever hidden their true technological level from the collective. Humanity has survived countless challenges by learning to adapt, to hide our strengths until they're needed, Chen explained. We've spent centuries preparing for this moment, hoping for peace but ready for anything else. The choice of what happens next is yours. The alien vessels began to shift position, their formation changing from one of containment to one that, in human naval terms, might be considered neutral. Your species requires further study. Standard protocols may be insufficient. It was the closest thing to admission of error that they were likely to get from such an advanced civilization. Chen nodded to herself. Phase 1 of humanity's first contact protocols had succeeded. They had earned the aliens' attention. Now came the harder part, turning that attention into respect. We propose an exchange of knowledge, Chen offered, not as teacher and student, but as civilizations that have each found different paths to the stars. There's more to humanity than what your scans can show you. As she spoke, Diana was already implementing the next phase of their protocols. Across human space, other ships were revealing their true nature. Earth's carefully maintained illusion of technological inferiority was being systematically dismantled, but in a controlled way that demonstrated both power and restraint. The first contact that the aliens had expected to be a routine cataloging of a primitive species had become something unprecedented in their history. They had found not just another intelligent race, but one that had done the impossible, hidden its true nature from beings they considered far superior. Humanity's greatest deception was ending, and a new chapter in galactic history was about to begin. The question now was whether it would be written in peace or conflict. Admiral Victor Kang stood in Earth's primary defense command center, watching as holographic displays showed the unfolding situation near the Carina Nebula. The Magellan's revelation had triggered a cascade of events that would reshape humanity's place in the galaxy. Now it was time to show the aliens exactly what they were dealing with. "Status of Operation Chimera?" he asked, his weathered face illuminated by the blue glow of tactical displays. Colonel Maya Patel, his strategic operations chief, stepped forward. "All fleet elements are in position, sir. The collected ships are still concentrated around the Magellan. They haven't detected our approach." Kang nodded slowly. Humanity's greatest military secret was about to be revealed. For decades, Earth had maintained a shadow fleet, vessels that appeared on no official records, ships that could bend light and gravity to remain completely invisible. While the civilian space program advanced openly, this hidden force had grown in secret, incorporating technologies that humanity officially wouldn't discover for centuries. "Begin Phase 3, Kang ordered. "Let's show them what humanity has been hiding." Across the vast expanse of space surrounding the collective's fleet, reality itself seemed to shiver. Patches of apparently empty space began to ripple and distort. The aliens' first warning came as their quantum sensors detected massive gravitational anomalies appearing from nowhere. Human ships emerged from their perfect camouflage, not simple vessels like the Magellan, but massive warships that represented the true pinnacle of Earth's military technology. Their hulls were covered in geometric patterns that seemed to swallow light itself, and their very presence appeared to bend space around them. "Collective vessels," Kang's voice transmitted across all frequencies. "This is Admiral Victor Kang of the Earth Defense Force. You are now surrounded by the Third Fleet. Your sensors will confirm that our weapons are locked on your positions. We suggest you reconsider your approach to diplomatic relations." The alien mental presence, when it responded, carried an undertone of shock that leaked through their usually controlled communications. "Impossible. Our scans of your system showed no signs of such vessels. No civilization can hide ships of this size. Yet here we are." Kang replied calmly. Humanity learned long ago that survival sometimes depends on letting others underestimate you. Everything you thought you knew about Earth's technological capabilities was what we wanted you to see. The Third Fleet's ships continued to materialize from their stealth positions, each revealing new aspects of human military technology that the collective had believed impossible. Vessels that could manipulate gravity as easily as humans once controlled electricity. Weapons that could target specific quantum states, capable of bypassing even the most advanced shields. Your deception is unprecedented, the alien presence admitted. The energy signatures of your vessels suggest capabilities we thought no young race could achieve. How did you advance so far without detection? Kang allowed himself a small smile. We had excellent teachers, our own history, every conflict, every war taught us the value of keeping certain advantages hidden. We watched the stars and prepared, knowing that someday we would meet other civilizations. The question was never if, but when. The collected ships began to shift formation, their previous confidence clearly shaken. Their scans desperately tried to analyze the human vessels, but the Third Fleet's quantum camouflage systems made even basic readings unreliable. Your species requires reclassification, the alien presence declared. Standard protocols are clearly insufficient. We request consultation with your leadership. A reasonable request, Kang agreed. But first, let's establish some ground rules. Earth is not a potential subject for absorption into your collective. We are an independent civilization willing to engage in peaceful dialogue between equals. Is this understood? The alien ship's energy signatures fluctuated in what the human sensors interpreted as agitation. The collective was facing something they had never encountered. A supposedly primitive race that had not only hidden its true capabilities, but had developed technologies that challenged their understanding of what was possible. We acknowledge your position. The alien presence finally responded. The collective has never encountered a species capable of such comprehensive deception. Your technological achievements are impressive. You haven't seen anything yet, Kang replied. The Third Fleet represents only a fraction of humanity's capabilities. We chose to reveal this much as a gesture of good faith, and as a demonstration that underestimating humanity can be a serious mistake. As if to emphasize his point, several of the human ships began to demonstrate technologies that the collective had believed theoretically impossible. Vessels split into multiple quantum states, existing in several positions simultaneously. Weapons platforms demonstrated the ability to manipulate time itself in localized fields. How? The alien presence demanded. These technologies violate fundamental principles of physics as we understand them. That's the problem with fundamental principles, Kang explained. They're only fundamental until someone finds a way around them. Humanity's greatest strength isn't our technology. It's our ability to think beyond established limits. The standoff continued as the collected ships found themselves surrounded by a force that challenged everything they thought they knew about technological progression. The carefully maintained image of humanity as a young, developing race had been replaced by the reality. A civilization that had chosen to hide its true nature until the perfect moment. The collective must reconsider its approach to Earth, the alien presence admitted. Your species has demonstrated capabilities that require extensive study. We request permission to establish diplomatic channels. Kang exchanged glances with Colonel Pottle. Phase 3 had succeeded beyond their expectations. The collective's attempt to categorize and control humanity had instead revealed their own limitations. Now came the real challenge, turning this confrontation into a lasting peace between equals. Dr. Elena Santos stood before the assembled collective representatives aboard the neutral space station Harmony, her holographic presentation showing the history of human warfare and adaptation. The aliens' crystalline forms shifted with what she had learned to recognize as discomfort as they watched footage of humanity's countless conflicts and subsequent technological leaps. You see, she explained, gesturing to the historical timeline. Each major conflict forced us to innovate in ways we never expected. While your civilization evolved through peaceful expansion, humanity was forged in the fires of constant challenge and adaptation. The collective's primary observer, a being of pure energy contained within a crystalline matrix, pulsed with curiosity. Your species chose to show weakness while building strength in secret. This contradicts all known patterns of civilizational development. That's exactly why it worked, Elena replied. Your protocols for evaluating new civilizations are based on assuming that all species follow similar technological progression paths. We knew that someday we'd encounter advanced alien life, so we prepared by doing the unexpected. The station's quantum displays showed new images, human ships demonstrating capabilities that the collective had dismissed as theoretical impossibilities. Vessels phasing through multiple dimensions simultaneously, weapons that could target specific quantum states, shields that adapted to any form of attack. Impossible, one of the junior observers declared. These technologies require understanding of universal principles that your species should not have discovered for centuries. Elena smiled. That's because you assume there's only one path to discovering these principles. Humanity found different routes, often by accident, sometimes out of desperate necessity. We learned to bend rules we didn't fully understand, simply because we had to survive. The primary observer's crystalline form pulsed with intense colors. Your fleet, the one you revealed, it cannot be your only surprise. Of course not, Elena confirmed. What you've seen is what we chose to show you. Think of it as a gesture of good faith, revealing enough to demonstrate our capabilities, while maintaining other advantages in reserve. That's another lesson from our history. Never reveal everything you can do. The observation chamber fell silent as the implications sank in. The collective, used to being the most advanced civilization in any encounter, was facing something unprecedented. A species that had deliberately hidden its progress, developing along paths they had never considered possible. Your weapons, another observer noted, their crystalline form shifting to a deeper hue. They do not follow conventional design principles. Each one seems to operate on different scientific theories. Because they do, Elena explained. We learned early that relying on a single approach to technology was dangerous. If one system fails, you need backups that work on completely different principles. Humanity's strength isn't just our technology. It's our diversity of solutions. The holographic display shifted to show the interior of human ships, revealing crews working with technologies that seemed to blend the mechanical and the impossible. Quantum computers operating alongside analog systems, artificial intelligence cooperating with human intuition, weapons that could switch between multiple forms of operation. Your ship designs, the primary observer noted, they show signs of inefficiency, redundant systems, multiple approaches to the same problems. Yet these very inefficiencies make them more adaptable than our own vessels. Elena nodded. That's the core difference between our approaches. The collective seeks perfection, the most efficient, most advanced solution to each problem. Humanity embraces imperfection, building redundancy and adaptability into everything we create. We assume that any system, no matter how perfect, can fail, so we prepare alternatives. The station's sensors detected increased activity from the collective fleets still holding position near Earth. They were clearly attempting to analyze every piece of human technology they could detect, trying to understand how they had missed so much during their initial assessment. Your deception was not just technological, the primary observer realized. Your entire civilization's development was carefully staged to appear less advanced than it truly was. Even your conflicts, your apparent weaknesses, were often carefully managed to conceal our true capabilities, Elena confirmed. Though I should note that many of our conflicts were quite real. We simply learned to use them as opportunities for advancement while maintaining the appearance of a struggling young civilization. The observer's crystalline forms pulsed with rapid color changes, their equivalent of intense discussion. When the primary observer spoke again, its tone carried new undertones of respect. We must understand. How did your species maintain this deception across your entire civilization? Surely some would have wished to demonstrate your true capabilities. Alina's expression grew serious. Because we understood something fundamental about survival in a universe we knew would be filled with advanced civilizations. The species that survives isn't necessarily the strongest or most advanced. It's the one that others underestimate until it's too late. The holographic displays showed new images, human colonies hidden in dimensional pockets, research facilities that could shift between realities, and defense systems that defied conventional physics. Each revelation forced the collective to further reevaluate their understanding of what was possible. "We request," the primary observer said finally, "a complete reevaluation of our relationship with humanity. Our existing protocols are inadequate for this situation." "That," Alina replied with a smile, "is exactly what we were hoping to hear. Now we can begin real diplomatic relations, not as advanced and primitive civilizations, but as equals who have much to learn from each other." General Marcus Blackwood walked through the quantum corridors of Earth's hidden Sentinel base, buried deep within the dimensional folds of space near Jupiter. Alongside him floated the crystalline form of the collective's High Commissioner, who had been granted unprecedented access to human military installations as part of the new diplomatic initiatives. "Your species," the High Commissioner observed, their mental voice tinged with what humans had learned to recognize as awe, "has transformed deception itself into an art form. Each layer we uncover reveals another, more profound truth." Blackwood nodded as they approached a massive holographic chamber. "We learned early that survival often depends on being underestimated. Every time we faced extinction, whether from natural disasters, our own wars, or environmental challenges, we emerged stronger by finding unexpected solutions." The chamber activated, revealing a real-time map of human space. What had appeared to the collective as a modest collection of colonies and outposts was revealed to be something far more extensive. Entire solar systems that had been hidden through quantum camouflage appeared, showing the true scope of human expansion. "Impossible," the High Commissioner breathed. "These colonies, they exist in quantum states that should be unstable, yet you've somehow made them permanent." "Because we approached the problem differently," Blackwood explained. "Your scientists tried to stabilize quantum states through direct manipulation. We learned to work with the instability, to use it as an advantage rather than trying to eliminate it." The display shifted, showing the true extent of Earth's defense network. What the collective had detected as primitive satellite systems were revealed to be advanced quantum nets, capable of redirecting attacks through multiple dimensions or turning enemy weapons against themselves. "Your entire civilization," the High Commissioner realized, "is built on principles that we dismissed as theoretical. You've achieved things that our scientists declared impossible, not because you're more advanced, but because you never accepted those limitations in the first place." Blackwood smiled slightly. "That's humanity's greatest strength. We don't accept limitations. We challenge them. When we hit a wall, we don't just try to break through it. We look for ways around it, under it, or we figure out how to turn it into something useful." They reached a secure chamber where human scientists were working with technology that made even the High Commissioner's crystalline form pulse with surprise. Devices that could manipulate time itself, weapons that could target specific quantum states, and shields that adapted to any form of attack by learning from each hit. These technologies, the High Commissioner noted, they shouldn't work together. The theoretical principles conflict with each other. Yet somehow, we made them work, Blackwood finished, not by resolving the conflicts, but by embracing them. When two theories contradict each other, we don't try to determine which is correct. We find ways to use both. The tour continued through sections of the base that existed in multiple dimensions simultaneously. Each revelation forced the High Commissioner to reevaluate everything they thought they knew about technological progression and the limits of possibility. "Your ships," they observed, "even the ones you've revealed, they're not your most advanced technology, are they?" "Of course not," Blackwood confirmed. "What you've seen is what we chose to show you. A demonstration of capability and good faith, while maintaining other advantages in reserve. That's another lesson from our history. Never reveal everything you can do. The High Commissioner's form shifted colors rapidly, their equivalent of deep thought. The collective has existed for millennia. We encountered thousands of species, guided their development, absorbed them into our civilization. Yet none has ever challenged our fundamental understanding of reality like humanity has in just these few days. They reached the base's central command center, where holographic displays showed the constant dance of human ships and defense systems throughout their space. Each vessel operated on principles that the collective had believed impossible, using technologies that shouldn't have existed for centuries. Your adaptation to our presence, the High Commissioner noted, it wasn't just military preparation. Your entire civilization evolved to be unpredictable. Exactly, Blackwood agreed. We knew that someday we'd encounter advanced alien civilizations, so we prepared not just with technology, but by making our entire way of thinking different from what you'd expect. When you look for patterns, we show chaos. When you expect weakness, we reveal strength. The High Commissioner's crystalline form pulsed with intense colors. The implications, they extend far beyond military capability. Your species has developed an entirely new paradigm of civilization advancement. The collective's methods of evaluating and categorizing new species are inadequate. That's what we hoped you'd realize, Blackwood said. Humanity doesn't want conflict with the collective. We want alliance, cooperation, mutual exchange of knowledge. But it had to be on equal terms, not as an advanced civilization guiding a primitive one, but as equals who have different but valuable perspectives to share. The command center's displays showed new data, human research into technologies that even the collective hadn't conceived of, approaches to physics that challenged fundamental assumptions about how the universe worked, and defense systems that operated on principles that defied conventional understanding. The collective must. The High Commissioner paused, their mental voice carrying unprecedented uncertainty. We must completely reconceptualize our approach to interspecies relations. Humanity has demonstrated that our entire framework for understanding civilizational development may be fundamentally flawed. The Grand Council chamber of the collective hummed with energy as representatives from 1,000 worlds gathered to witness something unprecedented. The formal recognition of humanity as an equal partner in galactic affairs. The chamber's crystalline architecture pulsed with light as Supreme Observer Zixtal addressed the assembly. For 10,000 cycles, their mental voice resonated through the chamber. The collective has guided the development of younger civilizations. Today, we must acknowledge that our understanding of civilizational progress was incomplete. Captain Sarah Chen, now Earth's ambassador to the collective, stood on the speaker's platform. Behind her, holographic displays showed the true extent of human achievement, not just their technological advances, but the unique path they had taken to achieve them. Humanity doesn't seek to challenge the collective's role in galactic affairs, Chen declared. We offer instead a partnership. Our different approaches to science, to progress, to survival itself. They complement each other in ways neither of us fully understands yet. The chamber's quantum displays revealed new data about human civilization that even the collective's most advanced sensors hadn't detected. Hidden research facilities that existed between dimensions, defense systems that operated on principles that rewrote the laws of physics, and technologies that merged the impossible with the practical. Your species, Zixtal observed, has achieved something no other civilization in our records has managed. You developed along paths we never imagined possible, hiding your true capabilities not out of fear, but as a deliberate strategic choice. Admiral Kang, standing beside Chen, nodded. Humanity learned long ago that survival often depends on being underestimated. Every challenge we faced, whether natural disasters, our own conflicts, or environmental threats, taught us to find unexpected solutions. The assembled representatives watched as new images appeared, human ships demonstrating capabilities that the collective had dismissed as theoretical impossibilities, colonies hidden in quantum states that shouldn't have been stable, and defense systems that adapted to any form of attack. The implications extend beyond military capabilities. The High Commissioner added, their crystalline form shifting colors rapidly. Humanity's approach to science, to problem-solving, to the very nature of reality. It offers perspectives we never considered. Chen stepped forward. That's why we propose a new form of partnership, not the traditional relationship between the collective and its member species, but something new. An alliance between equals who see the universe in fundamentally different ways. The chamber erupted in mental communications as representatives debated the unprecedented proposal. Never in its history had the collective considered such an arrangement with a younger civilization. Yet humanity had proven that traditional categories of advanced and primitive were perhaps too simplistic. Your species, Zixtal acknowledged, has demonstrated that our entire framework for understanding civilizational development requires revision. The very principles we thought universal are merely one path among many. The holographic displays showed new joint projects already underway. Human scientists working alongside collective researchers, combining their different approaches to unlock new possibilities. Technologies that neither civilization could have developed alone were emerging from this collaboration. The universe is vast, Chen continued, and no single approach to understanding it can be complete. The collective's path of steady, methodical progress has achieved wonders. Humanity's path of adaptive innovation and hidden advancement has achieved others. Together, we can explore possibilities neither of us imagined. Admiral Kang activated a new display, showing the first fruits of human collective cooperation. Ships that combine the collective's mastery of energy with humanity's quantum manipulation, defense systems that merged both civilizations' understanding of physics, and research projects that challenged the very foundations of scientific knowledge. We offer not just alliance, Kang declared, but a new way of thinking about galactic civilization, one that recognizes that different paths to advancement aren't just possible, they're necessary for understanding the full complexity of the universe. The chamber fell silent as Zixtal approached the center platform. Their crystalline form glowed with colors that represented the highest levels of collective decision-making. The collective has existed for millennia by adapting, by incorporating new knowledge and perspectives. Today, we must adapt again. The Supreme Observer's next words would reshape the galaxy's political landscape. We formally recognize humanity, not as a member species to be guided, but as an equal partner in galactic affairs. Your different path to advancement offers insights we cannot ignore. As the chamber erupted in mental exchanges, Chen and Kang shared a knowing look. Humanity's greatest deception, appearing less advanced than they were, had achieved its ultimate goal. They had earned not just the collective's respect, but a chance to reshape galactic civilization itself. And so, Chen addressed the chamber, we begin a new chapter in galactic history, not through conquest or submission, but through the recognition that the path to understanding the universe is not linear. It branches, it twists, and sometimes the most important discoveries come from the directions we least expect. The assembled representatives watched as the combined human collective fleet performed a ceremonial display above the council world. Ships that shouldn't have been able to exist moved in perfect harmony, demonstrating that the impossible was merely waiting for someone to approach it from a new angle. Humanity had achieved what no other species had managed. They had forced the galaxy's most advanced civilization to question its fundamental assumptions. In doing so, they had opened the door to possibilities that neither humanity nor the collective had imagined possible. The age of deception was over. The age of true partnership had begun.